Good morning, this is Grant
and Morgan with your Friday morning news. Hey seniors, don't forget to share your photos from prom with the yearbook. If you have our app, and everyone should have our app, you can use it to upload the photos straight from your phone. Just search for Tomball High in Google Play or the App Store.
It's a big night for the baseball team as they battle for playoff positions. Here's sports with all the latest.
Hey guys, we caught up with varsity baseball.
And we talked to them about their game today and their game they had on Tuesday.
All right, you know who we are. You know what we're using tonight. Memorial, 7 o'clock. Be there. Yeah!
We are rapidly running out of days left in the school year, and for many of us, we have a chance to start our summer a few days early. If you want to exempt your finals, listen up as Mr. Quinn shares all the details.
Hey, good morning, Tomball High School. This is Mr. Quinn. Just wanted to chat with you real quick about y'all's favorite topic at this time of year, exam exemptions. First of all, know that I'm not going to go over every detail of exam exemptions, and if you want to know detail word for word, all of the different parts of it, they are outlined specifically in the student handbook. You can access that online and get all the information that you need in regards to that, but a quick rundown on exam exemptions and some pieces that everybody needs to understand and everybody needs to know about. Regardless of grade level and regardless of which end of course test you may or may not take, the things that are consistent about exam exemptions are, one is attendance. You can have no more than 4 absences in the spring, no more than 4 absences in the fall, and no more than 3 absences in the spring, okay? So on attendance, 4 in the fall, 3 in the spring. As far as exam review day, everybody must be present on exam review day in order to be eligible to exempt. So that's the second part, got to be present on exam review day. Third part is textbooks. All of your textbooks will have to be checked in and you'll have to be cleared by the librarian as having no outstanding textbooks or any other thing that you may have checked out from the library. All of that must be clear within the library. And then discipline. You cannot have more than 1 ISS assignment per semester. So if you've been to ISS twice in the fall or twice in the spring, that makes you ineligible for exemptions. Or if you have spent any time out of school with an out-of-school suspension, or if you've been assigned to the alternative campus at any time in the school year, that also makes you ineligible for exemptions. So those are the major pieces of the exam exemption policy outside of grades. Then from there, when you look at grades, it depends upon what grade level you're in. Seniors, you must have at least an 85 semester average in each of your classes in order to be able to exempt. Juniors, the 85 rule applies to you. The one exception you may have is your U.S. History end of course exam. If you pass the U.S. History end of course exam by reaching level 2, it means you can exempt your U.S. History final exam. If you pass the U.S. History end of course exam by reaching level 3, that makes you academically eligible to exempt all of your finals. So there's the academic piece of final exemptions, and then there's the non-academic piece. And the non-academic pieces are the things that we talked about. Attendance, textbooks, discipline, all of those things. And those things are consistent across grade level. Then academic is seniors and 85, juniors 85 unless the U.S. History EOC is involved. Sophomores, same thing, your English 2 end of course exam. If you pass your English 2 end of course exam by reaching level 2, you can exempt English. If you reach a level 3 on your English 2 end of course exam, that gives you the ability to exempt all of your finals. If you don't reach level 3, then the rule of an 85 semester average applies to you guys. You guys that are freshmen, if you take the Algebra 1 and the Biology and the English 1 EOC, if you have to reach level 3 on all 3 of those end of course exams in order to be able to exempt all of your finals. Otherwise, it's by class, and if you pass the end of course exam for that class, then you get to exempt that class. Otherwise, it's an 85. The final piece is if your attendance is outside the lines of those 4 absences in the fall and 3 absences in the spring, we do have a hardship appeal committee. Those forms will be available in Ms. Rendon's office. They became available yesterday on the 30th, and they will be have to be turned back in to Ms. Rendon no later than 3 p.m. on May the 15th. And so she is the only one that you may pick those up from. The committee will look at those after May the 15th and make a determination on whether or not your case is one that would be a hardship. Once that ruling has taken place, there are no appeals to that process. So I know it's a lot of information. Again, refer back to the student handbook, and there's a section in there labeled exam exemptions. All of this information is in there in black and white. That's what it is that we go off of and what we look at. Hope you guys have a great Friday. We just have a few more weeks of school left. We know everybody that is testing on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Our freshmen doing Algebra 1 and Biology, and our juniors that are taking the U.S. History end of course exam. We know you guys are going to do great next week. The schedule will be a little bit different. We'll have to be flexible the first 3 days of the week next week. But we want you to have a great weekend and come back next week ready to do your best and take advantage of every opportunity you have. Thank you guys.
Theater is getting ready for the Night of Scenes. Want to know what that is? Here's more.
Hey, it's coming.
It's coming.
Okay, thank you.
It's coming.
What? What's coming? Oh, Night of Scenes.
What's Night of Scenes?
It's a bunch of 10-minute scenes in the Black Box, May 7th, 8th, 9th, and 11th. Tickets are $8 online, 10 at lunch, and 12 at the door.
Oh, thanks. I'll be sure to check it out.
Awesome.
That's all we have for you today, Cougars. Have a great weekend.
And we'll see you next week.
Dope.